Robin Roberts, welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Many people know you as the face of Good Morning America. You have been the face of America's Institution for an extremely long time, but a lot of people may not know that you were the face of Sports Center for 15 years, and you covered the NFL for an extremely long time. So I would like to know from you the most important question that is plaguing America right now. Is Tom Brady the greatest of all time?
Oh, come on. Give me something hard. That's a softball you're starting with me.
That's a softball?
He's the GOAT.
Okay, no, fine. I'll give you a harder one, Robin. Is Tom Brady the greatest athlete of all time?
See, now that's harder. Is he the greatest athlete of all time? You know what? That's debatable. I love me some Serena Williams, 23 Grand Slam titles, one when she was pregnant. Try that, Tom Brady. Okay. you win a Super Bowl while pregnant. Maybe we'll talk. But it's fun to have this argument, and I'm just glad to, in my lifetime, to be seeing someone like that, to have seen Michael Jordan, to be seeing Serena Williams. I mean, we've had some great athletes during our time, but he is special.
You've always shown love to the team that you work with on camera every single morning. We wake up with you. We enjoy watching you. What has it been like doing the show from home now? Because a lot of your show is about that chemistry that you share in person.
It really is. And I got to tell you, I've got some great teammates at GMA. Michael Strahan, who's at home now because he was diagnosed with COVID-19.
Yeah.
Fine, thank goodness. But now he's broadcasting from home. For a time, George had to do the same. I did it for the longest. I was at home 7 months, had my paw, Deucer, my dog, my girlfriend, Amber, helping out. That was really difficult. It was really challenging to keep that chemistry when you have like a 2-second delay, But more than that, but I have to say, Trevor, when I came back into the studio in September, man, it is like, I can't describe the feeling, and I know it's a feeling that a lot of people are going to have once they can get back to their workplace.
Right.
We've never been better. We've never been more in sync.
You've been the face that has guided America through crises. You've been there to share some of the most fun stories. But this new project that you're embarking on might be my favorite Robin Roberts project yet. It's about the Tuskegee Airmen, and it's entitled Legacy of Courage. And what I love about it is not just that you're telling the story, but your connection to the story. Tell me how this all came to be, please.
Their legacy is so broad, fighting fascism abroad and then racism back here at home. My father, Colonel Lawrence E. Roberts, was a Tuskegee Airman. At the age of 19, he got on a segregated train, trained to be a pilot. What they did in World War II, what the Tuskegee Airmen, AKA the Red Tails, because they had to paint their tails so they would know, because they escorted bombers and they needed to know that they were friendlies and not the enemy that was escorting them like that. Exemplary flying record that they had, and that they had to fight for that right. And thank Eleanor Roosevelt, who was the first lady at the time, went down to Tuskegee. Can you imagine this? Went down to Tuskegee in the 40s, got in a plane with a black man, flew with him and said, they're all right, let them go. And so then they were able to go and actually be in combat. Before, they could just train, but they couldn't fight. And all they wanted to do was fight for their country, like everybody else at that time.
I've often seen the story of the Tuskegee Airmen as myth. It's African-American myth, and it's beautiful. It's like these legends and these heroes. But this story takes us through a different journey about how they were fighting just to get the military to accept black service members, just to get the American public to accept black service members. It was a challenge that we really take for granted when you're just seeing the accolades that they achieved now.
And that's why it's so important that people watch this film, because we take you there. All they wanted to do was fight for this country. They wanted to fly. And when they came back from the war, it wasn't as heroes. They came back, and after all they had done, they were told, back of the bus, you're a second-class citizen. And they fought to integrate the military. And also, many of them became very, very much a part of the civil rights movement at the time.
Right.
And it really gave us, as the public, a framework to go like, oh my gosh, they were challenged that they didn't have the intellect to fly. But you know what? They showed that excellence, and yes, Black excellence can beat adversity of all types. And that's the kind of message that they sent to so many people back here in the US.
There's no denying that in America, there is the dichotomy that many black people face where they say, I love this country, and yet it feels like this country does not love me in return. From your father's perspective and being his daughter and seeing how he navigated this paradox, what do you think we can learn from that journey and how to, I think, have the conversations in and around patriotism and still challenging America to be better to its citizens?
Thank you for using the word patriotism. My father was a patriot, a true patriot, and that's all he ever said. He would talk about how he felt freer in the air than on the land as a Black man in this country. And I think it's very timely, given what we went through in 2020, the racial reckoning, seeing young, old, Black, white taking to the streets and saying, no more, no more. It was really, and I think this is why this film is so timely, because yes, we go back and we show their legacy, but we also bring it to today. You see how they impacted it. Barack Obama himself said they were an example to him that propelled him into public service. So I think when we watch a film like this, we're reminded of our history, and it lets us know, why am I taking to the streets? And yes, some things we're still fighting for. Some things are very similar that we're fighting for that they did as well.
It's heartfelt, it's wonderful, and I can see why, because of the story and the history that you share with one of those airmen, and I guess the story of all of them combined. Robin Roberts, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Next time I'm going to wear a hoodie. Going to bring me back on the show. I'm going to bring.
Don't do that to America, Robin. You don't do that to America, please. I beg you, do not do that to America.
Thank you, Trevor.
Take care.